trumpet solo. And Javier Cornales on drum set. And the entire ensemble on auxiliary percussion. That was Jelly Roll by Charles Mingus. Soloists, raise your hand. Tyler, Atticus, Sean, Javi. And we're gonna wrap this up with one final Mingus tune, Better Get Hit in Your Soul. Thank you all so much for coming. Drive safe.
Hello, Naugatuck High School. This is Wilbur Whitman. I'm the chief judge for the National Jazz Festival, and I've been assigned to do L-3 live for your bands today, and I've been working on them and listened to them numerous times, and I made some comments, extensive comments on your score sheet with you. I want to congratulate you on your performance day. It was really fun to listen to your band. 3 of my favorites are on there. The Tigers of San Pedro, I was fortunate enough to play with Bill Watrous on. And I made some comments there. I love how you got out of that percussion ensemble feature there, that figure that was well thought out, well rehearsed plan, and then it set up the entrance again very clearly. I had some comments there about the groove in there, and also you'll see some things about hitting the bass drum and the cymbal at the same time, right before the cymbal, right before the trumpet solo. That good Tyler's trumpet solo was really good. Next thing is when you have those repeated figures, that thing over and over. You've got to be accurate on every one of them, and you have to keep the energy going all the way through those, right? Keep the energy going. So if I'm hearing saxes and then I come in, I've got to match that energy of what I heard. You can't just hit it. A couple times I've caught it where, oops, that's a downer, and it was the one at the end. So if you got 4 in a row, the fourth one, it's got to be hit. It's got to be a good one. Bones, you were at times overblowing, like in the second tune, and Jelly Roll and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that on the first tune, though, that your initial attacks are crisp. Like on the album. Like when you listen to Bill Watrous' Manhattan Wildlife album, Bill Watrous is on there, and it's the section Bones that play that. You're well rehearsed. I mean, you really did come out of COVID strong, man. I mean, congratulations. Go down and see the elementary school kids and play for them a little bit, because they're the ones that are going to be most hurt. They didn't know how to put their reeds on their mouthpieces or ligatures and flutes together properly and lined up, clarinets and trumpet mouthpiece. Where's that thing go? And what do I do with that? And how do I put it on my face? And Zoom and the Zoom and the Skype is not the best way for beginners. For kids your age, it's good. I do a lot of those, but for beginners, it's hard to get them because they're not big enough and can't manipulate the instrument well. So they thought they were no good, so they quit. So go down and, visit your elementary school teacher and say, hey, can I bring my horn, sit in with the kids? The kids would like it, and the kids will get excited about that too. Treat intonation with the same rigor that you're treating rhythm, right? Check your pitches. Like at times when we overblow, we go out of tune. I mean, it goes hand in hand, so be very careful with that. I'd try that Jelly Roll tune even softer on it. I think that would be a good thing even at times. And I put the link to the Jelly Roll thing, or the Mingus Jelly Roll thing. And I've got a feeling you've listened to it before, but I explained on the sheet how to listen to it again, and I'll tell you, this time listen more intrinsically to the inflection, the attack of the note, the articulation, like at the end. I put there in a time where I think you guys play da 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 da, and it's like that isn't how they played. I went and looked it up. That's what drove me there, and I said I don't remember it being played like that. It's more there's a tongue, a slur. Like you have to listen carefully. So I put the times on there where you can check. But I think you have listened to it on there. Some of the tenor, if there's a tenor things too that go well with the soprano sax, I think it was, or clarinet. I think soprano. You might listen for the tenor thing on there, too. And also the dynamics for Jelly Roll are not appropriate ones from, as you would play powerfully for in a Tiger, right? Or in the Mingus at the end, right? The Better Get It. I mean, those are powerful tunes. This Jelly Roll's a laid back, so you have to gauge your dynamic range of that in your programs. Record yourself, play it back. Use the sheet that we use, but do one caption at a time and grade yourselves and talk about it and be, consistent about that. You'll get really good at it with it. I've got, different times in there on swells when you make a swell and like in da 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 da. Watch the pitch. The pitch is all over the place when we're making those swells. So be careful of those. Yeah, I mean, those things are marked on there. Three of my favorites, and everything there you did were great. Your presentation was great. I could see the audience. You liked the solo. And the audience likes to respond to the soloist. So everything's happening jazz-wise there, and that's a great history for your school. I appreciate that. So, all right, I put my email on there. It's just Wilbur, WILBUR, at my website, WW Orchestras. If there's anything I can do for you, I've got PDF books and charts and things like that. I'd be glad to share through the National Jazz Festival. Just contact me and remind me that I adjudicated you through the NJF, and I'll be glad to help you. Best wishes, and thanks for participating. Hope to see you next year in 2023 in Philadelphia.